Hello guys, and welcome to this new Python tutorial. Today we are going to talk about tuples, which are defined as an ordered collection of items. Tuples support all the data types as items, which means that we can have strings, we can have integers, we can have boolean, etc. Tuples, they cannot be modified. As we have seen for lists, they are changeable and they can be modified. So in a list, we can add, we can remove, we can extend the list, etc. But this is not the case for the tuples. So tuples are preferred over the lists when the user does not want the data to be modified. To create a tuple, we use the parentheses. So we call it tuple 1 equals to, you open the parentheses and you write, for example, 1, 2, and 3, for example. Okay, so we have here a tuple that contains items as strings. To know your data type tuple 1 and you get a tuple. To know the length of the tuple, it is the same as lists. We use the len function. So len tuple 1 and it gives you number 3. To access the first element of your tuple, we write tuple 1 square brackets 0 and we run that. If you want to access the last element, we write -1. Sorry, tuple 1. So here we access the last element of our tuple. So this one is called indexing. This one also is reverse indexing. And we have also slicing. So if you want to access, for example, the first two elements, you can write tuple 1 and you start from 0 to 2. Okay, so this is about creating a tuple, the type function, the length function, indexing, and slicing. So as we have said, tuples are unchangeable, which means that they cannot be modified. For example, if you want to modify the first element, tuple 0, and you can change it, for example, to 0, says that tuple object that does not support item assignment. One method to do that is to convert your tuple to a list. So tuple converted equals to list tuple 1, run, and here, for example, you can change this one. So we write tuple converted. Okay, we have 0, which is equals to 0, right? And we are going to modify this one into our tuple. Okay, tuple using the tuple function. So this is converting a tuple into a list. So converting tuple into a list. Then we add our elements and converting the list to a tuple. Okay, so here converting a list into a tuple. All right. So this is one way. If you want to modify, for example, your tuple, during your program assignment. So you can just convert the tuple to a list, modify it, then convert the tuple into the list into a tuple again. So as we have said, tuples as lists, they allow duplicates. For example, we can create tuple 2, right? We write for example 1 1 1, for example 3 4, etc. So here we have 3 ones. Okay, if we run that, we will get no error because tuples allow duplicates. So we have here tuples allow duplicates. Okay, duplicates, sorry. So we have they allow duplicates, and also we can access the elements of our tuple using the for loop. Okay, so for element, okay, in tuple 2, okay, print element. So it will print for us all the elements inside the tuple line by line. And also, as we have said, tuples support different data types. So if we create tuple 3 equals to, for example, today, okay, and here we have 1, here we have 3.45, here we have false, and we can have also another tuple inside. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, run. So tuple 3 will give us these different elements. So we can have a tuple inside a tuple. Can also have a list inside a tuple, which means that tuples allow different data types. Okay, so tuples allow different data types. Okay, one way also for creating tuples is using the tuple function, as we have said earlier, but here we use the double parentheses. So we create parentheses first time and another time. Okay, so we create 2 again 1, for example. Okay, 2 again 1. Okay, so we create that, we call it tuple number 4. Okay, so tuple 4, we have its type, it is a tuple. Okay, so write type will get a tuple. Okay, but if we only use one parenthesis, okay, so tuple expected at most one argument got 3. Okay, so it will generate for us an error. So here we have double parentheses. Just be careful about that when you want to create tuple directly using the tuple function. Okay, and if you want to print that tuple 4. Also, if you want to create a one element tuple, so call it tuple 5, we write parentheses like that, and we create, for example, element, we call it element, and we have to add a comma. Okay, run. So if we write type tuple 5, we'll get a tuple. But if we remove the comma, okay, it is a string. Okay, so be careful about that. If you want to create a one element tuple, you have to add the comma. Okay, tuple. You can also create another tuple, call it tuple 6, which is equals to, for example, tuple 3, for example, plus tuple 5. Okay, tuple 3, okay, plus tuple 5. Okay, so this is about joining tuples. Okay, this is joining or adding tuples. Okay, and the one function that we use when we are dealing with tuples, for example, if you have tuple 7, okay, equals to, for example, 1 2 3 2 3 4, sorry, 4, for example, 5 9 10 7 3, for example. Okay, so this is tuple 7. If you want to count the number of, for example, of 2's or of 3's in your tuple, you can use the count function. So we write tuple 7 dot count, for example, 2. So we have 2 2's in our tuple. For example, if we write tuple 7 dot count 3, it will give you 3. So we have 1 2 and 3. So we have 3 3's. So this is all for the tuples. I hope that you have learned new things. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.